What's going on, everybody? My name's Dylan. I'm a guitar player here on YouTube, and today we're going to be checking out the SOLDANO SLO100 plugin from Neural DSP. Before we go any further, if I could please ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe and join me on this journey of checking out guitars, checking out plugins, anything guitar related, and just hanging out. I'll quit rambling. Let's go ahead and jump right into the plugin. Alright, so here I have the default preset, and let's just go ahead and run through what's in the plugin. So obviously we got the SOLDANO amp itself here, and if you click on the amp you can change the Tolex. So we got black, purple, and snakeskin. I'm a big fan of the snakeskin. And you can switch your channels here, overdrive and normal, and then you get the extra switches depending on what channel you're on. The pedals in front, the stomps, we got a compressor, overdrive 1, overdrive 2, and a chorus. These all seem to be designed by Neural DSP. The cabs, it seems like we got a matching SOLDANO 412. I read that these IRs were done by Nolly, so these should be sounding pretty good. EQ, we got the typical Neural DSP EQ with the 9-band and the high pass and low pass filter. And then our time-based effects in the effects loop, which are a delay and a reverb, again, just kind of designed by Neural DSP. Input, gate, transpose, doubler, output, tuner, MIDI, tap tempo, settings, metronome, all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and see what the default preset sounds like. So this is the default preset straight in. I'm using my Sterling by Music Man Rabia Masad Sabre, tuned to drop C. And again, this is the default preset. Just a nice thick high gain. So let's go ahead and go through the pedals. For the default preset, there's no pedals on, just the amp. So let's go ahead and let's hear the compressor. So this is before, and now the compressor. Definitely gives it some more attack. Let's say that's a slow. Let's go for the fastest setting. Nice. Let's go ahead and see what the overdrive sounds like. So this is overdrive 1. Before. So that seems like your typical, tube screamer kind of vibe. So now we have overdrive 2, which looks to be about the same, but we got this kind of shaping switch. So let's see how that sounds. Again, before. Nice. Seems like we got a little bit more. A little more snarl out of that one. Let's try the other one. And again. And this one. Maybe some more presence, maybe a little more sizzle up top. Let's go ahead and flip this shaping switch and see what that sounds like. I'm going to assume that's kind of giving it more top end and boosting the high end like you would see on an EQ, like a high shelf. Let's do the chorus. So yeah. Kind of that, I would say, 80s, 90s style chorus, you know, Metallica style chorus. So let's go on to the amp now. Again, this is the default preset. This is also the overdrive channel, so let's go ahead and switch to the normal and see what we got there. Definitely a lot cleaner, so we could... throw that chorus back on. We got clean and crunch, so this is going to be the clean channel actually. So that's the clean channel. Go back to the crunch. On the crunch channel, that was all with the bright switch on, so let's go ahead and turn that off, see what that sounds like. I like it better with the bright switch on. Let's go back to overdrive and let's go to our cab section. So again, these IRs were done by Nolly. Right now we're running a 57 and a dynamic 421. Let's go ahead and change that. I'm going to do a ribbon 121 and let's go ahead and see how that sounds. And throw that overdrive back on. Back to the cabs. Nice. That sounds really good. EQ, I'll go ahead and leave that overdrive on because that's the tone I'm liking right now. So EQ. Go ahead and shape that up a little bit. We'll scoop some mids. Just a little bit. So yeah, we'll go ahead and turn that back off. So we got reverb and delay here. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Ping pong mode is on. So this is the delay sound that is on the default preset. And we'll throw the reverb on that. So let's see what the reverb got. A little bit of leads there. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Pretty simple plugin, you know. This is known for, you know, it's 80s shred. We got the reverb and delay, we got the chorus. I'm not a shredder by any means, but I really do like this plugin. Let's go ahead and check out some presets. This is Tight Riffs by Rabia Masad. So. This is Degent Stick by Goonsey from Bleed From Within. Let's do Discussin' 7-string and tune down to drop A. So this is pitched down to drop A. turn the room off so we get a nice tight rhythm. Here we go. Corny shoegaze, again we'll tune it down to drop A. Ambient Clean by Neural DSP. So these are some of the first tones that I created. I took the Gunzi Matahawk rhythm, I think that's how it's pronounced, and I did some tweaks to it. I went ahead and used the Soldano Overdrive 2, and in the cab section I'm using a DV77 on-axis Mick Thompson signature IR from Eminence, and then I am using a Rabia IR that is a Royer 121 on the other side. So we got a 57 and a 121 IR from Mick Thompson and Rabia. EQ, a little bit of EQ going on. Again, I said I got this from a Gunzi preset and kind of tweaked it, and so this is what that sounds like. Alright everybody, so that's going to do it for this video. What did you think of the presets and the tones that I came up with? Are you a big fan of the Soldano SLO100 plugin? Do you use any of the other Neural DSP plugins? Gotta say, I really do like how much gain you can get out of this thing, and it's pretty articulate. I'm normally a kind of British high gain kind of guy, but I really do like the Soldano SLO plugin. I definitely do see myself using this going forward, along with some other plugins as well. I think this would sound great blending with, again, some martially kind of tones like the Fortin Nameless to super high gain amps. I think that would be sick. Go ahead and comment down below what you thought and what other plugins you think I should check out, as well as what you're using. I would love to hear about the plugins that you're using and the tones you're getting and your guys' rigs. Yeah, if I could ask you guys to please like, comment, and subscribe one more time. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.